Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position. Just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard. On the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news. That's 20 goons and a ice cream whip, triple school.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Ready?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 61 Matchbox Lights. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Harper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready. 70 Indy.
And That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
6-6, pull it high.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On first down, it's Walker. Oh, and now some space to operate. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
Protein spill.
Check 50, check 50.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach driving? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Harper throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Harper. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 13. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show, but can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I don't wanna be yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tempo, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intent.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 90 Wolf.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Johnson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 25 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Let's go. 50, plant.
Watch both foes. Not today, you are. Not today.
Hey, Charlie. Cut up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ready, ready.
Check, 59, 59. Come on,
Get.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hayes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's our time. It's our time.
A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Uses the stiff arm. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
7-7.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
64, hey, Irvin.
59 mark, check, 59. Watch the screen. Pass. Check 59.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
61, matchbox light. Snap.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Come on, set. 30 base.
44. Record.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Ready, break.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
2nd and 14. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Clayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On the set. Here we go. Hey, foxtrot. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. He sets to fire. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 43 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Screenplay, Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
High 7.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready,
so 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 34.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 3rd down, it's Walker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
Stop your whining.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
65.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 96 yards as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Greystone, Travis. Go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On first down, it's Johnson. Johnson jostles free, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Dolphins on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run again with Walker. Room here to run. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go go down at the 28. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check pass. Check pass. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Let's go. Let's get it.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check. Fresno. 61. Matchbox right. Speed grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We go. 15 running. 15 running.
It's our time. Check.
6-6. Pull it high.
Mike 50, huh? Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side. Slam.
Hey, lock it.
25. Check 25. Check 25. SOS.
On the ball. Shoot.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's common.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Let's go. 18 games.